Stream on. You hit the stream on the video.
I did.
All right. I'm gonna mute myself then.
You do that.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
That's weird.
What's weird?
No, my cup is still actually had the coffee still warm in it from this morning.
Cool.
And it honestly, it has been in the car the whole time, but you know.
Okay, so
It's-
warm car,
it's-
warm coffee. It's all right.
Just, yeah. But it's one of those Ozark cups from Walmart, and just proof it does pretty daggone good.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
No, it does good. It does. It works. It does the job.
Does the body good.
It pays the bills.
Sort of.
No, it doesn't pay the bills at all. Oh, welcome to the show, everybody. Defenders Live. I'm Dylan. Steven's now the AI, as you can see if you're watching on video.
Apparently, yes. Yeah, I've digitized completely.
Yes, literally digitized.
Yes.
He is coming through in the computer.
Right.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. So apologize for not being here last night. As y'all know, my mommy is in town. And last night was the last night I was going to be able to see them before they head out, because they're actually leaving tomorrow. And
Nice.
So, yeah, and I knew with me working today at the day job and everything else, there was no way I was going to be able to get out and have time, and I didn't want
All
to
the
be
rest of
rushed. Exactly. So being off, I spent better part of the day with most of them, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get to see my mommy, so let's do the goodbyes and spend the time now, and
And you did.
I did. So
Good.
Sorry, but my mom is more important than y'all.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you just left me here hanging at the hotel for no reason.
Yeah, you were
but
so bored having nothing to do.
Yeah, actually,
You could have gotten better food.
I could have gotten better food.
No, I'm saying you, other than last time. Monday or
What do you
Tuesday night, like you only had like one option.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
last
did
night-
get better food.
that's
Yes,
what I
I did.
mean.
I did. I went to IHOP, and so IHOP right now, they have these like super thick bacon strips. That's what they're like. I forget what they call it, but oh no, steakhouse bacon. They call it steakhouse bacon.
Okay.
Okay, and so when I don't know if anybody, but it's about a half-inch thick
Okay.
cuts of pig belly that's been seasoned and cooked and then like drizzled and dipped in maple syrup and all this stuff. Anyway, very good, delicious. Huge strips of bacon
Nice. And this is at a local.
at any IHOP.
Oh, is that an IHOP? I don't eat
IHOP.
IHOP. I refuse to ever eat IHOP.
Well, see, I went there because I wanted this bacon.
Yeah, but I can't. I won't. I refuse IHOP.
I get you, but why?
Couple reasons. One,
Okay.
there was an ex that whose mother and her at one point had worked for an IHOP, and I'm like, nah. And two, they don't have Texas Pete as a hot sauce. They do Tabasco, and to me, Tabasco sauce is nasty. Like I can literally,
Okay,
I
so
can.
the second reason I can't get behind you on that one.
You don't
but
like-
the
you-
first reason is fine. I can understand that. But that's because I don't care about hot sauce.
Ah, okay.
Not like that. I don't care about like Texas Pete or Tabasco or whatever. That's not my deal. I'll eat things with hot sauce on it, and I'm not like a spicy connoisseur, if you will.
Oh, I am.
Oh
Even-
yeah. And I do enjoy some hot sauces. They just I'm not there for the heat, man. That's not my thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but there's also a difference between There's a difference between having it for pure heat and, because you get some stuff that are like, oh, this stuff is so hot and blah, 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 blah. And you taste it and you can't taste it. Like, that's insane to me.
It's like eating gunmetal.
Yeah. There's a line, there's a point where you just kind of go, no, I'm okay. Like the places, like there was a place, I don't know if it's still there anymore. In South Carolina, there was a sports bar that I'd gone to a couple times out near Myrtle. And what they would do is they had a hot sauce that was technically so hot they made you sign a waiver.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get behind that. I'm like, I'm not gonna. So I had
It's like, why would you do that?
Well, yeah, because at that point it's so hot that your physical health is in danger, possibly.
Technically.
Yeah, there's a chance you could be in danger. I probably don't want to put that in your mouth. I'm just spitballing.
It's like, you know what? If it's basically acid in your face,
yeah,
well, that best thing.
It's funny you should say that because I had gone with a buddy of mine and he was like, oh, Billy Badass, I'm going to do this. No. And he went and ordered it. And I'm like, you're a moron.
Dummy.
But I'm not going to lie. When they brought the sauce, I did like ever so lightly dip the very like front tip of my finger into it. I mean, the littlest little dot.
That's enough.
It was the moment I stuck it in the dead center of my tongue. The moment it hit my tongue, I immediately got hiccups.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it was that bad. Then I thought I had licked it off. So I'm thinking, there's nothing on my finger. Dummy me rubs my eye. And I felt like my eyeball was trying to literally escape from my skull.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't care unless you've thoroughly washed your hands. No. If your hand has touched hot sauce
I figured that out now. I didn't think about
Dummy.
it. Well, because I'm like, oh, wow, and I finally I was more concerned about,
the hiccups.
Getting the hiccups gone. And then once I'd finally had it handled and stuff, I'm like, my eye. Oh, God, my eye.
My eye is dying. Oh, God.
I'm going to die. Yes, Kathy. Yes, it's the grandma pinky. Yes. The ever so slightly, just a ding.
Yeah, except for that you used that same, whatever finger it was, you didn't use the grandma pinky. You used a pointer, didn't you?
Yeah, no. It was definitely my pinky because I wanted to make sure it was, if for some goofy reason I was, going to somehow douse my whole finger, that it wouldn't happen
to the fingers that you normally use.
Exactly. And oddly enough, I had been eating my burger and, it's classy. So you keep your pinky up. And so I had it up. And
that means you didn't
I had
have
junk all over
on your pinky.
So, yeah. So when I had, hands were already dirty and I went like that and I went, ah! And it did. It literally felt like my eyeball was going, nope, literally trying to claw its way out of my skull. It hurt so bad. And I'm like, that.
See, this is why things you should know.
I'm fun to go out to eat with. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, it seems like it. It seems. Well, so you spent a lot of time with your mom and all the rest of it and all the family, so that's good. In response to that, though, I have this article from Vogue I'd like to point out to you.
Oh, do we have to do Vogue? Like, is there anything really? I noticed it's from Vogue UK.
Yeah, Vogue UK. Yeah,
which is even better.
It's really good.
The whole progressive thing.
Reason why is because everybody's up in arms about it, and so I figured I'd look at the actual article instead of reading stories that are written about the article. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because that's so much better that way. You can glean
at
more.
least then we can get a full idea of what it is and not somebody's point of view, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like you don't read the Message Bible. You get the Bible. You don't need someone's opinion of it. You need to read it for yourself. It's
Yeah, you
like
have
that.
to read it for yourself there. Exactly.
You're welcome.
So I want to point this out to you. So let's kind of dive into it, okay?
Let's do, because this is just fascinating.
They start with the question. They say, is having a child an act of environmental vandalism or investment in the future?
Because, all good articles start off with a question.
Is it possible to live an ecologically responsible life while adding yet another person to our outstretched planet.
That's overstretched, by the way.
Oh, it is overstretched. My cursor was over that. Sorry.
Overstretched. What overstretched?
Oh, you know the universe is expanding, right?
No, I know that.
Yeah. So our planet's being overstretched.
But what does that have to do with adding people to it?
Can I get away with it if I just never learn to drive, never get a dog, and keep wearing the same 3 pairs of jeans for the rest of my life?
I'm confused. I really, truly am. I understand the drive. Okay, no, actually, no, I'm thinking about it. No. I don't. Because just because you don't learn to drive doesn't mean there aren't cars on the road. Just because you don't get a dog doesn't mean dogs don't exist. Which, and the jeans, wearing the same 3 pairs of jeans, which, by the way, some people only have 3 pairs of jeans.
Some people only have 2. What are you gonna do?
I've got 3. But my point is what is especially the last 2. But what does the last 2 have to do with the environment? I don't understand.
Dylan, I get you, man. And
I'm confused. I don't like it.
To answer that question, I'm just gonna
keep going.
Keep on going.
Oh, good.
Yep, that's
okay.
right. Yeah, because they're gonna clean it up here for.
I hope so.
So soon, so very soon.
I don't believe you.
For the scientifically engaged person, there are few questions more troubling than when looking at a current climate emergency than that of having a baby.
Having a baby.
Whether your body throbs to reproduce.
Whoa. You should this should have been like a disclaimer, apparently, because you just said your body throbs to reproduce.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading it.
That's
verbatim.
Wow. I feel dirty.
You passively believe that that is on the cards for you one day, and you actively seek to remain child-free. The declining health of the planet cannot help but factor in your thinking.
Oh, keep going.
Okay. Now I'm reading it in this voice, but understand that the author's probably a female.
Oh, I'm sure. Hold on. Nell.
Is it neat? Nell?
Nell.
No. Okay.
Nell Frizzle.
That's so good.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Miss Frizzle's European cousin.
Wow. Frizzle
Sorry.
my nizzle, y'all. Oh.
Frizzle the nizzles. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
She continues on. Before I got pregnant, is what she says. I worried feverishly about the strain on the Earth's resources that another Western child would add. The food he would eat.
Hold on.
The food he
Hold
ate.
on.
The
Nope.
nappies he wore. The electricity he would use.
Time out.
What?
Time out. You can
What?
go back to all the stupid crap she's adding up real
All right,
fast.
okay. Yeah.
Feverishly worried the strain of the Earth on the Earth's resources that another Western child would add.
Oh, yeah. Western child. yeah.
Only Western children apparently are
yeah.
a drain on the planet and on its resources. China is not. By far, literally the most heavily populated nation on Earth.
Yes.
They're not a weight on the environment. They don't do it.
No.
Okay.
No.
I find that a bit shocking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what the whole Western child thing. I feel that's a bit bigoted and racist.
Yeah.
But no, go ahead. Continue.
Okay. So Western child, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
The electricity he would use before he even started sitting up, my child would have already contributed far more to climate change than his counterpart in, say, Kerala or South Sudan.
Why? Because he's born at a place that the parents have electricity. You telling me that there are people in South Sudan or Kerala that don't have electricity?
Yes.
Okay. You know,
And
that they're
also, they have to live out off of the earth more so than we do.
yeah, but they have electricity.
Oh, I know.
I don't.
But I also worry about the sort of world that I will bring my child into, where we have perhaps just another 60 harvests left before our overworked soil gives out, and we're running out of the fresh water. Could I really have a baby knowing that by the time he was my father's age, he may be living on a dry and barren earth?
Oh my God.
She continues through this process.
Oh, does you have to?
Saying, while gestating my son, and probably every day since, I've wondered whether having children is in itself an ecologically sound and unsound decision. Well, spoiler, like so much in my life, it's not a simple binary.
Of course it's not. This is 2021. Nothing's fucking binary anymore.
No. The question of resources is more realistically one of the consumptions rather than population. A new report from the University of Sussex has shown that the wealthiest 10% were responsible for nearly half of the climate emissions growth from 1990 to 2015. The lifestyle of rich and super rich is destroying the planet at a rate unimaginable just 100 years ago. Take flying. According to a Forbes article last year, based on research from the Sweden's Linnaeus University. The wealthiest 1% generate half of the world's global aviation's emissions. But even the people living regular lives in economical developed countries like me are having a disproportionately high impact on the world. The way our food is farmed, the amount we buy, the way we dispose of our food, all are far worse for the planet than those living in less consumerist and less economically developed societies.
This is painful. This is painful.
Yeah.
Like I'm really glad I don't have coffee yet, because I would dump it on myself right now. Just in the pain of this scalding hot coffee has got to be better than this. Because again, I don't have a problem with somebody being overly weird and the planet fine.
Sure.
Worry about it. Be conscientious in what you do and be fine. Good job for you, Pumpkin. But
go you.
Yeah, but here's the deal: is you do you. You don't want to spend all this stuff. Then find ways for you to be able to do it. You can have as many kids as you want. Then at that point, I don't understand. I don't understand. This doesn't. Adam W. Johnson over at Twitter, removing, or on Facebook, daggone it, on YouTube. Removing beef from your diet to save the planet works on the theory that if we don't eat cows, there won't be many. But these are the same people who would then save them from extinction. Same for dogs. A dry and barren earth, much like her when she realizes she should have had the kids before it was too late.
Which is why she's already had her kids.
Yeah. So at this point, the damage is already done.
And so she's thinking about this guiltily.
The problem I have with this is the fact that she actually considered for a moment that the life of her child, her unborn child, is not as important as the world itself. Now, I understand that the Bible says we're supposed to be good stewards of what we're given. And
but
we
also
should
be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with trying to make a situation better.
Right.
They've cleaned up places like Ally and
Ally.
Pittsburgh and all that other jazz from all the smog and the pollution and stuff that used to hang thick. And go watch any
really bad.
Yeah, watch any 80s movie, and you'll see a picture of Ally, and it's no matter what time it looks like fog. It's not fog; it's pollution.
That was.
Look at it now; it's gone almost.
It's clean
entirely. Can things always be improved? Sure, but to turn around and to make everybody feel like crap about it,
Mm-hmm.
You know, even to the point of, well, I shouldn't have children because they might be taking them off. No, how about you raise your child to not be a selfish douche?
That'd be good.
That might be too much.
That'd be awesome.
Right? Oblivion Flickering on Twitter. Would you like to try our new Satan sauce? 10 million Scovilles. So the owner, Mr. Scratch, will need your signature. That's going back to the salsa thing earlier. Cancel producer Chris on Twitter. Also, having a child is an act of terrorism. That's a question, by the way. So this is how all pro-life Christians become domestic terrorists. Pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Kamikaze Dodo Slug also. While I'm glad pretentious pricks like that aren't reproducing, it's thinking like that is why I'm single. I'm a single slug and not happily married.
Well, Slug, I'm sorry to say, she did have a child.
Yeah, it already happened. She, didn't have it all. And I to say knee over there. I would bet that Nell decided that her child was also found as non-binary. I agree with that.
Probably so, even though she does say it's a boy.
Yeah. Well, but that's just her pushing her perception of gender onto him or her or it.
And eventually she'll have to let go of that.
Yep. Oblivion Flickering also, one more time. The best privilege is being white is the ability to pretend that you hate your own race, which integrates you with people or ingratiates you with people to whom feel superior. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
B from the SAV, God gave us bacon, and it was good.
And it was.
It was good.
It was good.
So there you go.
Yeah. Which, by the way, super thick bacon. Oh.
Right now, any bacon? Oh.
Yeah, but still, like, so you know how bacon is, right? Bacon is like
I know bacon.
thin and crispy,
I know
or you can
bacon.
make the like. Do you like the crispy or do you like the little like floppy bacon? Because I'm not a fan of the floppy bacon. I like the perfect crispy bacon. Where it's like,
I like it. I like that. Actually, the middle ground to it. I like it more soft than I do crunchy. Because I very, very rarely have I found anybody who can cook it where it will still have a good crunch, but it's not like eating a cracker.
yeah. So
You know what I
like,
mean? And nobody
the way I love it.
Yeah.
Is you have it and you have that end where like the fat piece on the end that is super soft.
Yes. Like
It's rigid.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Basically, if it's done right, the bacon will be it's more or less on the outside of the edges.
Yeah.
Up into, a small portion of it that's the actual crunchy and the rest of it's soft.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it actually doesn't flop. It's a solid thing, but that's how it should be. And I've never found anybody to be able to do it right. I can't even do it that good. It ends up being a lot softer than, most people would probably prefer, but I haven't gotten worms from it yet. So
I do it about like that. That's how I make it.
I just don't like I don't like the crunch because every time I've ever had it, it's always been overcooked and it's like, it literally
It makes it. Yeah, that crunch goes from like crunchy bacon to burnt bacon very quick.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be savory. It's supposed to bacon is just supposed to hang in your mouth and just do its thing. Dance around and make everyone happy and
Almost melt.
oh yes, almost melt. Not be like a saltine flavored or a bacon flavored saltine.
Yeah, but so super thick bacon though. Super thick bacon has like long, thick pieces of like fatty tissue that also have a little bit of the meat on it. So like when you bite into it, it is super soft.
I'm with Beef from the SAV over on Twitter. I prefer soft, but really, there's no wrong answer.
That's true.
That is absolutely true. Because
Absolutely true. Bacon is bacon is bacon.
yes, it's bacon, and
Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
I think there's a story we were talking about yesterday. I was sitting with my mom and my sister and all of them, and my brothers were talking about stories of making us younger kids. We used to torment each other, and like I made my one younger brother eat dog food and stuff like that. So that was one of the things that was mentioned was my mom asked is like if we'd ever tried the bacon strips. I'm like, no, just the texture alone's off.
Yeah, it's not right.
and it's not real bacon. So
no.
I'm not gonna put myself through that pain. Dear God.
Adam W. Johnson likes to air fry his bacon.
That actually is a good way of doing it too.
Mm-hmm. He apparently does it for just about 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's about the best way to make it as close to perfect as you can get. Because I like it. That's what you said.
Very nice. Very nice.
I love you guys. Y'all are
Very well played,
awesome.
sir.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
I'm sorry.
Bacon talk didn't help.
I know.
Stop yawning.
Sorry. I haven't had enough coffee today. And I've been sitting around doing logistical crap. Makes me tired. Yep.
Boo.
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 Le boo.
Le boo.
Le poo poo on the you.
Le bouf.
Try le bouf.
Yeah.
Le buffet.
Le bouf.
That's what I think of when I think of him. Whoop, somebody's getting it. I heard a car drive by.
Oh, yeah. You heard that?
Yeah. It's like, good Lord. And there goes his transmission.
Yep. Pretty much.
Shh.
This is Defenders Live.
B from the SAV over on Twitter. Sounds like Steven had an R-rated experience with thick bacon. I'm jealous.
It was rated M for
Oh my.
Oh my.
Okay,
All right.
let's see. What else do we got going on here?
So many things.
Nonprofit linked with the link to the cancellation, air quotes, of Dr. Seuss books and Nickelodeon's Race Bait special has teamed up with Google, or Google's charity arm, to create a anti-racist book list for K through 12 teachers.
Doesn't that sound great?
Yeah. La Jolla, California-based, the Conscious Kid supports taking action that, quote, disrupts racism, end quote, in young children by promoting age-appropriate anti-racist literature. The organization's website offers a slew of books for children and young adults, including titles such as Woke Baby, M is for Melanin, and Hey Black Child.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hold on. Sorry. You said that they're anti-racist
Anti-racist,
books?
yeah.
And anti-racist books.
Age-appropriate and anti-racist, yes.
So, a book titled Hey Black Child
Yeah,
is anti-racist.
yes, apparently. I don't know how.
It's anti-racist.
The website also promotes the book Kamala and Maya's Big Idea, a children's book written by Mina Harris, the niece of the VP Kamala Harris. Are you shocked by that? Anybody shocked?
No, not at all. Nope. No shocking here.
In June, Google's charity, Google.org, announced that it would partner with the nonprofit by curating a list of reading materials and lesson plans that support, quote, inclusive, anti-racist K through 12 classrooms. The tech giant said in a press release that it supports the Conscious Kids' embrace of critical race theory, a theory that America is intrinsically and immutably racist.
Okay.
Like, intrinsically
It's
is
a
one
theory.
I was saying, yeah, but intrinsically is one thing. Immutably?
Immutably racist.
Immutably. Like, there's no way of ever getting around it. Never.
No way it can never not be.
And the only part about it is to a point that would be true only because of the fact that they keep drumming up everything is racist and trying to.
That's usually why it's not, because if you have to point out that everything is racist when it isn't, then obviously it isn't racist.
But only racist people point out things are racist when it's not really racist.
That's why it's not racist.
But it is racist. It's a paradox. It happens to be. It is. I think, therefore I am. It's that kind of a thing. It's
I think, therefore, it is.
exactly. I want it to be. Therefore, I'm saying it is. Quote, we have also teamed up with experts at the Conscious Kid to curate a list of teacher-facing reading materials, as well as evaluation criteria to consider when bringing new resources into the classroom. That was a Google press release, reads. Continuing on, the Conscious Kid selection are formed. Ready? By intersectional race center approaches, including critical race theory, critical race media literacy, and so much more, which examine representation in the content as well as the power dynamics behind the ownership, production, and creation of it.
I'm sorry. The ownership and production of what? The book?
The book, yeah.
The media?
So it's not just the story. You can have a fantastic story, but if it is an all white or a predominantly white owner, production, doesn't matter. It could be a Bible story. It could be, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't fit their critical race theory and critical race media literacy, it doesn't get counted.
So technically the Bible should be fine then.
Allegedly.
Because the Bible itself was, written by Middle Easterners in today's society.
Yeah, but that means you have to, if you go by the Bible, though, then you have to actually live to a certain
Middle
standard, though.
Easterners and so African, Middle Eastern, and Roman.
Yep.
So it should be just fine.
Allegedly.
But it's not. The book guide says it was, quote, created with support from Google for Education, end quote, and encourages educators to, quote unquote, reevaluate teaching classic books and opt for social justice books instead. Quote, reevaluate classic books or stories which can convey and reinforce outdated values and messaging of sexism, racism, anti-Semitism, ableism, or colonialism.
All the isms. Choose
social justice books to help push back against embedded biases and reinforcing values of sexism, racism, or ableism. Technically every book is ableism.
Yes, because some people can't read it.
That's true. Wasn't where I was going with it, but that's true too. According to the guide, books must, quote, counter whiteness as the norm or definition of success.
How is being white a definition of success?
I don't know.
How has that ever been a definition of success?
I don't know. Only in a racist white world, I guess. And avoid showcasing a character of color that succeeds when, quote, conforming to white values or norms, end quote.
Is it really white values and norms? We talked about this before, right? Where we were talking, what is actual white culture?
Are you ready? You want to
Yeah.
know what these so-called white values are?
Sure.
So-called white values include individualism.
That's a what?
That's a white thing, apparently.
That's white.
To be independent, to stand on your own, to be an individual, to be different from everyone else because you...
To not have to rely on the government.
Yes, all this other stuff. That's white. That's a white value.
What?
Objectivity.
Being objective.
Yes. Yes.
Is a white value.
Yes, to be objective, to have an opinion of your own, to challenge the situation, to trust but verify, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and a sense of urgency. A sense of urgency is a white value. So the next time I see a black person running to the bathroom because they have to pee so bad, then what I can do then at that point by this definition
Is point out their racism.
point
and
out that they're
their
being
white values.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That the only reason why they are succeeding in being able to go pee is by using white values.
And maybe they should slow down a bit.
That's why I figure it.
That's the way you're reading it because that's the way they said it.
That's the way they said it. The Conscious Kid sends quote unquote anti-racist books to teachers for free for use in classrooms. Of course they're free because they're subsidized by the government.
Right.
And when you're, the niece of the vice president, of course your book's going to be in there too. Quote, if you're an educator, administrator, school counselor, or librarian at a Title I elementary school, you are eligible to apply to receive a set of these books for free.
Whole set.
Within 8 hours of launching this application, over 3,000 educators in all 50 states applied to receive anti-racist children's books for their schools. We will be sending them to all of them. That's according to their website.
Great.
Is it bad that if they're going to do that, I wonder if I can get one of those.
Can you apply?
I wonder if we can apply and get those books. I would love to
Yes, I can because technically
homeschool.
I homeschool.
Yeah, and I do too. Well, I don't. The girlfriend does. We can do that. How great would it be to take those books? Because they can't be very long. They can't be very big books, especially
it's like
for
50 books.
Yeah, well, but I'm saying like some of the preschool ones, the younger ones, the K through, the younger section. How great would it be if we could take that and we read it and have some music playing in the background, maybe a different background back here.
We should do this.
Yeah, and just
If
to make
we
it
do
a
for
production.
free, we might as well.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
And just kind of go, this is the crap that they want your kids to read. By the way, this is not racist.
Just so you know.
Because they said it wasn't.
Exactly. Real quick. Asking
Sure.
for a friend Jack Hole over on the Twitters. My best friend is white and has been in and out of jail or in and out of prison his entire adult life. Is he appropriating some other culture?
Oh, that's not right. That's fantastic, but that's not right. That's racist, sir.
You asking the question is racist.
Yeah. Remember? Objectivity.
Yep.
Let's see. Kamikaze Dodo Slug, also over on Twitter. Let me guess, showing up to work on time is also a white value. No, showing up to work, period. Having a job, period. That was a bad joke. What did
That's a really bad joke.
That was
That's a really bad joke.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
That's not right.
I could have said a worse one.
Yes. Yes, you could have.
I really want to. I do. I do. I'm not going to.
But you really wanna.
Because it's an actual funny joke if you take it at actual face value. Like if you take it for what. But if you don't, I mean, it's a stereotype. And it's a bad stereotype.
Yes.
But it's still a stereotype nonetheless.
But they're actually using stereotypes to say that certain things are things that are conforming to white values.
I know.
I'm sorry, individualism over collectivism. Collectivism being collectivism is not a white value, even though more white people are collectivist than individualists.
You know, the collective is actually stronger if you focus on individualism.
Yeah.
Because
the
everybody,
largest group of people gets stronger if they are all individually strong.
yeah. But again, you're trying to force a level of or a theory or something, a standard of morality on people that you can't force onto, especially when it is this late in life. This is, the adage of you can't teach an old dog new tricks applies to humanity. If you you can't try and get someone you can't teach a late teenager or an early 20 persons, you can't teach them to be respectful to other people. You can do that at a child level. Now that's a home problem. That's a home heart situation that has to be dealt with.
Yes.
You can't force it. You
Right.
can't just expect it to magically happen.
Nope.
But there's nothing wrong with being an individual and being different. I remember, God, I remember when
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. Do you remember a time when it was promoted and exciting to be considered an individual and to be different? Pepperidge Farm remembers. On the nonprofit's website, it thanks jewelry designer Kendra Scott for donating $20,000 to launch the fund to donate quote-unquote anti-racist books to schools and libraries. The nonprofit also boasts that it sent over $1.3 million in COVID-19 quote-unquote rent relief to families across the country. $700,000 went to black families and $50,000 of which went to the black trans community.
Okay, can I ask a question? Mm-hmm. Rent relief.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of the $1.3 million of rent relief, they said only 700 of that 1.3, 700,000 of that 1.3 went to black families.
Uh-huh. Well, and then another 50 went to the black trans community, which I didn't know was a thing, but
That's 750. That's out of 1.3.
yeah, well, the people doing this stuff have to make money.
That's only half.
I know. People doing this have to make money too,
It's a nonprofit.
but they still have to pay their people. It's not a profit thing. That was not profit. They didn't turn around and jack the price up, especially for it. They raised it for it, and then their profit was what they need to get through to function. This is what we need to pay our people. Just saying. What?
Sorry, I died there for a second.
Yeah, you did. Everything died there for a minute. It's weird.
Gotta love it.
I'm
supposed to be speaking of I'm supposed to be on the fastest known wireless network system known to man right now.
Okay.
Do you know that?
No, I didn't.
I'm on Google. I'm technically on Google Fiber Wi-Fi.
Really?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So that should never have happened, and that makes me very upset.
Yeah, well, tomato. Large donors included actress Kristen Bell and journalist turned progressive activist Mona Chalabi.
Who? Who?
Chalabi?
I don't know.
Mona Chalabi.
Shalabi.
Sure. In the 4 years preceding July of 2018, the most recent period covered in tax filings, it told the IRS that it had less than $50,000 in revenue.
No, well, if it had less than $50,000 in revenue, how did they donate $1.3 million?
Nonprofit. They can raise as much money as they want to. The revenue, that's the profit. That's the money they make and they spend. That's what revenue is. At least that's what I thought.
No. Any money donated is technically considered a revenue.
Oh, well, then it's Google. They can do what they want.
Well, it wasn't just Google. That's this other nonprofit, though. Whatever.
Google.org's partnership with Conscious Kid is part of its broader campaign to, quote, amplify diversity in public education, end quote.
You're not amplifying diversity. You're causing a one-sided education.
One might say segregation. And promoting racism by trying to abolish racism. It donated $5 million to Donors Choose, a platform that teachers can use to crowdsource funds for classroom projects, and $1 million for the hashtag #ICMe, an initiative that highlights projects submitted by Black and quote-unquote Latinx teachers.
Yeah, by the way, Latinx?
Yeah.
Latinx?
Latinx?
no person from the Latin, Mexican, Spanish
Hispanic.
community
Sure.
call themselves Latinx.
Well, there's a few, but they're scantily.
No. They're Americans.
Knowledge, but they're
Americans that happen to have a little bit of blood.
just a tad. Other companies and publications such as Nickelodeon, School Library Journal, and Learning for Justice, the education art of the left-wing Southern Poverty Law Center.
Oh, God.
Yep, have worked with the Conscious Kid in some capacity. The Conscious Kid was co-founded by Katie Ishizuka and Roman Stevens. Ishizuka is the chief and editor of the School Library Journal, the largest reviewer of child and young adult literature and content. Stevens is a PhD candidate in education studies at the University of California, San Diego.
Well, that's why.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
I just wanted to make sure that I got the point across. Latinx is a white thing.
Yeah, white people made that up.
White people made it up. White Democrats made it up.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I'm just making sure I pointed. White people made Latinx.
Yep. Let's see. Adam W. Johnson on Twitter. I'm doing misogynistic jokes. Slug is doing race jokes. I'm so glad I have my earbuds in since I'm working. Oblivion Flickering, also on Twitter. Sounds like the Conscious Kid is stereotyping black people as stupid, lazy, and easy to manipulate.
Yes.
Is that not racist?
No, because it's the Conscious Kid.
Yeah. And then Big Pharma Steve on Twitter, is that a Hispanic facial tissue, referring to Latinx?
Yes.
It is.
It is, very much so. That speaking of all of the stupidity that it is, Republican Idaho Governor Brad Little signed a bill late on Wednesday night banning critical race theory from his state.
Good. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
At least somebody's doing something right.
In a release, he says, "Victory! Idaho becomes the first state in the nation to ban critical race theory indoctrination in public schools," reported the Christopher F. Rufo. He continued on that Governor Brad Little signed the bill into law, which will prohibit schools from promoting race essentialism, collective guilt, and neo-segregation. A historic win.
I'm just...
I mean, go Idaho, but you're full of white people anyway.
No, I know. But I was gonna say that's how they're gonna be viewed.
Yep.
Idaho is nothing but a bunch of white people. That they must. The entire state must just be a bunch of giant racists.
That's exactly how it's going to be viewed, and that's okay because you know what? At least their kids aren't going to be taught this trash
For a while.
for a little bit here. The bill. Sponsored by Republican State Representative Carl Crabtree. Prevents educators from making students affirm, adopt, or adhere to the belief system that claims individualism or individuals of any race, sex, ethnicity, religion, or national origin are responsible for their past actions done by members of the same group. The North Platte Telegraph reported this. It also prohibits educators from, quote, forcing students on to belief systems that claim a group of people as defined by a sex, race, ethnicity, or religion are inferior or superior to others.
Good. They should be.
So everybody's equal.
Which is pretty sad that you have to go this route, considering the fact that it says it in the Constitution, Declaration of Independence.
Well, what I want to know is what is the punishment for putting it out there?
I don't know.
Because this just says we're banning it. It doesn't say we're banning it. By the way, if you do it, here's the punishment.
Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder if we can find that out. Oblivion Flickering over on Twitter. If white people are continually stripped of our quote-unquote privileges, how long before whites are considered to be underprivileged?
Never.
Never.
Because the people that are putting the quote-unquote privileges or undering the privileges are actually white people.
Mm-hmm.
Rich white Democrats.
Which apparently is the job to have.
Yeah, if you're a rich white Democrat, man, you are set.
I mean, again, Idaho is great. I wish, I wish someplace a little bit further south, maybe a little bit more demographically diverse.
Oh, people that have, more than like 5
Black
people of color
in
in their entire state. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would like that. But at the same time, it would be nice to start somewhere.
Well, and that's what we did. They started somewhere. The legislation in part states this: no public institution of higher education, school district, or public school, including a public charter school, shall direct or otherwise compel students to personally affirm, adopt, or adhere to any of the following tenets: that any sex, race, ethnicity, religion, color, or national origin is inherently superior or inferior; that individuals should be adversely treated on the basis of their sex, race, ethnicity, religion, color, or national origin; or that individuals by virtue of sex, race, ethnicity, religion, color, or national origin are inherently responsible for the actions committed in the past by other members of that same sex, race, ethnicity, religion, color, or national origin. I think they're trying to be pretty thorough on the.
It's a lot of words.
It's a lot of words, and they're trying to be very thorough.
And I don't blame them on it. But the only thing that it just caught it is no public institution.
No. It includes public.
Yeah, I'm saying no public institution, school district, public
higher
school,
education.
Yeah, public school or public charter school. It doesn't say jack about a private school.
That's because they can't dictate.
I know, schools. That's what I'm saying. So that's where you're going to end up finding it, and they're going to. But I guess then again, that's part of white privilege too. Is apparently black folks can't go to a private school because they can't afford it.
Right, of course,
because they're impoverished and live in hovels.
Right.
With dirt floors. They don't have cars. They get one pair of shoes per person per year.
Maybe.
And that's if they're lucky.
I mean, that's what I do.
They have to for dinner. Most of them they get 3 beans to share between 6 people.
Yeah,
it's a travesty. They don't sleep on beds.
Mm-mm.
They don't have couches or phones or nothing like that. Only white people do.
Yes, only white people
do. Which again, if you turn around and had to do all this stuff for any other race other than whites, you would be deemed a racist. If you did this to the Hispanics, or you did this to blacks, or you did this to Asians, or anything,
no,
you'd be racist.
Stop right there. If you did it to Asians, you'd be fine.
Why? Haven't you seen to stop the hate of the Asians?
Sure, you saw the Stop the Asian Hate, but they're not stopping it.
Well, and it's the whites that aren't doing it either.
Right.
Which is
why they're not stopping it.
That's the other weird part. It's kind of weird,
That's why they're not stopping it, because then they'd be seen as racist.
Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. I can answer that going back to the whole when will whites be underprivileged. White people will be considered underprivileged about the same time we're trying to save the cows from extinction. That's true. That absolutely is true. Kamikaze Slug over on Twitter. The first idiot that tells me to check my privilege is getting a salt shaker bounced off their forehead.
Which is really funny.
Amen.
Really funny.
And deadly for that side, because if anything splatters on the slug,
that's bad.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I think she's doing it on purpose.
I don't have a problem going down. We'll all go down together.
I'm going to take you with me.
Right? Exactly.
Salt shaker to the face.
I don't know why, but I could just see somebody sitting at the table looking up and saying something just right off the phone.
Ow, my face.
Just turn around and
salt shaker? Yeah, it was.
Turn around and walk away and mind my own business. Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
You know what else you should do is go to AmericanPieRoasters.com AmericanPrideRoasters.com. It's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Pick up literally the historically great coffee they have to offer over there. You can get coffees, you can get teas, chocolate drops, such good stuff over there. Just take a look around, peruse the websites. You'll love it over there. Guaranteed to make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth. It's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Mojo50.com are the people who are mentally deranged enough to let us be on the air with them. Go over and check them out, mojo50.com. All the other awesome hosts and shows there. You're going to find something you like. I promise you that. 24 hours, 7 days a week, Libertarian Talk Radio, unlike anywhere on earth. You can go to our website, doaeshow.com. That's doaeshow.com. There's the shop we got over there. You can look at the archives there. So you can get to Hum and Defender with us. All kinds of great stuff. doaeshow.com. You can also follow us on all the social medias at doaeshow. Use the hashtag arm yourselves. We live tweet, read your tweets and comments and everything else all on here, live on the air at DOAE Show and all the social medias. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Thank you. I've got American Pride Roasters in your cup.
You're not holding it the right way, though.
Oh, my.
There you go.
That's scrumdiddlyumptious.
That's the way you hold it.
Yeah, but I'm not left-handed, so it's weird.
Yeah.
That's why you should have a sticker on both sides so I can hold it either
Go
way.
put another sticker on it.
I don't. No, you don't tell me what to do.
You know where the stickers are. Go grab one.
I know. Oh, I need a nap.
Oh, yeah?
Which at this point, I guess is kind of late for a nap. Yeah,
Might as well just go to bed.
but I'm going to eat first. I don't know what I'm going to eat.
I don't know either.
You should have already eaten.
Oh, I did. I don't know what you're going to eat.
Oh.
Yeah, I ate. I had Captain D's.
Ooh. You know what? Some fried fish sound really good right now.
Some fried catfish. That's what I
Oh, my
had.
God. Yes.
Yes.
Fish and chips. I'm down.
It's done. It was done.
Sounds so good.
I know, right?
It's delightful, sir. Absolutely.
It's amazing.
It's the kind of stuff that makes you happy to be a human being.
Absolutely astounding. What are you opening up?
My iPad. May have to go to the sheets.
You and freaking sheets.
Well, it's the only thing that's going to be open by the time I'm done here.
Yeah, okay.
Like everything else is going to be closed.
That's true.
So, not exactly doing it by choice.
Everything here gets closed early. Like
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. That's almost as bad as here. We close at 10, remember? It's 10 o'clock when usually everything closes here.
Yeah, 10 to 11 there.
Look at us staying up late,
Aw,
being crazy.
you crazy kids.
How dare you crazy kids are staying up so daggone late. Oh, me. Yep, my belly growling. La 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 la. La 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 la. I do need to find out about getting those books, though. I think that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome Welcome to the all-inclusive woke corner. I'm reading to you.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet
Yeah. Giddy up, pampa mau mau.
Or something like that.
Something like that. So, let's see. Actually, I want to do... Hold on. I had one and I lost it. I almost hit the wrong button and now it's gone. I don't care about that one. So, Democrat President Joe Biden faced intense backlash over the speech he delivered to Congress on Wednesday night. Many critics calling it extreme, full of false statements,
Yes.
and divisive.
Too bad they got rid of those that tracker.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of convenient how soon it actually got shut down too. Just
Database
before.
is completely gone.
Yeah, right. Just before he did his little speech. Isn't that weird? It's just
It's
one
crazy.
one might call that a little too convenient.
A little.
Just a little. It's a I don't. Biden spent the night pushing for big government spending, mocking gun owners, saying he didn't want to conflict with America's enemies.
I'm sorry, what?
He didn't want a conflict, or didn't want conflict with America's enemies.
Oh, okay.
They're kind of enemies. Like it's kind of,
Conflict is what happens with enemies.
it is kind of what happens. Yeah, it's kind of how
normal.
that works. Is
Yeah.
It's hey, I'm an enemy and I'm gonna fight you.
And we're like, I don't want to do that right now.
It's like, oh no, don't fight me.
Run away.
Run away. Run away. Biden failed to give the Trump administration any credit for Operation Warp Speed, which did the heavy lifting when it came to getting vaccines. Vaccines developed in historic time. Really? Historic? Really?
Start.
Historic?
Brave Joe Biden. Get it, Sir Robin?
Oh, no, I got it. I don't want it, but I got it.
No, the brave Sir Robin.
Brave, Sir Robin.
Bravely ran away.
Run away.
He bravely turned his tail and fled. Brave Joe Biden.
It's those little things. It just kind of go, yeah,
That works.
I'm happy with it. It makes me smile, and that's all that really matters.
I know.
Senator Lisa Murkowski,
Murkowski.
the key GOP swing vote, says of Biden's speech, quote, I was not overly inspired, end quote.
I was mildly enthused.
Do you ever remember the show Futurama?
Yeah.
Remember there was the neutrals from the neutral planet.
Oh, yeah.
Every time Lisa Murkowski opens her mouth, I see that bald-headed gray guy. I have no definitive decision either way.
Basically it.
That's what I get. It's so stupid. She also said that there was too much spending and of pushing such massive proposals. Quote, I think it makes it very difficult for it to be truly bipartisan. Truly, madly, deeply. Okay. Lots of tweets there from people who are not happy about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Manu Raju. Biden
Okay.
said, quote, "We, the people, are the government." The Americans, the actual people, quote, "Wait, what? No, that's not how this works. We, the people, are protected by the Constitution from the government." That's how
Also
that
true.
works. That's how that works.
Both are true. Both are true.
Yes. Well, but yeah. Greg Abbott, after this Biden speech that charts the course for Democrats, "I'd be blown away if 2022 wasn't a bloodbath for Democrats. This could be a historically high backlash."
Yes.
Josh Holmes, wow, no mention of the 20,000 plus migrant kids and teens in custody.
Nope.
No. Monica Campbell, Biden does sad and grief really well, but does he not do hope and change? But he does not do hope, change, optimism well. He's kind of depressing.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Emily Miller, after an aggressive and rather partisan embrace of both government and very little in the way of the olive branches to Republicans, Biden ends with a call for unity. I hate that whole call for unity crap. You know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid. Nobody can. Shut up. It's a crock, and we all know it. You all know it. The whole thing is garbage. Stephen Hayes, what a pathetic slurring mishmash of culture war and money machine going brrr, yelled into an echo chamber of performative COVID theatrics.
Pretty much.
He's a good writer. I like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it
He
goes-
uses a lot of big words.
He does. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Other tweets going
Nobody
in
liked
there.
it.
No. Biden also received an intense amount of backlash after seemingly suggesting in his speech that the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol building was, quote, "the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War."
Bullshit.
But you don't think so? How do you not think so? Now, hold on. Now, how can you say that? How do you think not? I mean,
Because it wasn't.
but people died.
Who?
The guy that had the heart attack.
You talking about the cop with the heart attack?
Yeah, the
Or you
cop
talking
that
about
had the heart
three people that
attack.
Got shot.
Yeah, the people that got shot. Like there was,
Yeah,
it was
three people got shot. What was it? 3 people shot, 2 dead, one injured.
something
right?
like that. It was tragic. It was tragic. How can you, sir? How dare you?
How dare you?
She does it way better than I do. Again, considering the fact that the whole, attack on the thing was a setup.
Right. And that they were let in.
Yeah.
Once again, they were let in.
I hate to be that guy.
I don't want to do this.
I really,
making me do this.
I really hate to be that guy. Hitler did the same thing.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's kind of funny that he was, and I apologize for blanking on the actual situation at the moment, but it's shortly after he took power, in a way to justify making decisions as far as taking power from the people and being evil and all that good jazz. He had orchestrated an attack on his own.
Talking about the Night of the Long Knives?
No. That was different. It was an actual like they set the Parliament building or something on fire.
Oh, right.
Like,
that's
it's-
actually what initiated the Crystal Month.
Yeah. That's how he did that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's kind of funny. The whole thing was orchestrated. He did it all himself. It was a setup. Even the people who were part of it pretended to not know what happened, but knew that it was done, and it was blamed on some, scapegoat. Well, some scapegoat communist guy is what they tried blaming it on. That
Right.
actually did have ties, but he was a great fall guy, but that was all he was. Even though Hitler had set it all up from the beginning. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying that old Biden is Hitler. I'm saying the tactics are identical.
They're very similar.
You're taking a situation from a group of people that you don't like, you count as an enemy, and you're turning around and trying to entrap them, ensnare them, and make them appear to be evil.
And the bad thing is that he sucks at doing it.
I know.
He's terrible at this. And so he makes it look like a mockery.
I know. It just bugs me. I'm telling you, I'm very much, and I've always been a huge fan. It sounds really bad. I've been a huge fan of the Greatest Generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
World War II,
Yeah.
that era. If I could live in any generation, at any time in life, it would be then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I've been just hearing this stuff, and I'm like, I'm starting to see the similarities. And it's funny that those are the same people who turn around and go, oh, y'all are the racists, y'all are this, y'all are that. And yet you guys are the ones who are doing and using actual Nazi National Socialist tactics. The same things that
Once again, it's not the people calling for freedom that burn books.
Yeah.
It's not the good guys that burn the books. It's not the good guys that ban speech. It's not the good guys that do any of that. So remember that when you think about these things.
Apparently I made an accent that everybody thinks is funny.
Oh, that's good.
B from the SAV. When I hear call for unity, I think Ricola.
Pretty much. That's a very good thing to think about. Got to clear your throat for that one.
Has anybody done, Adam W. Johnson, has anyone done a parody of China Grove yet with the lyrics China Joe?
Maybe. I don't know, but
but that does sound pretty good.
Yeah, we might have to look at that. Speaking of the Joes, the Biden's administration is reportedly expected to propose a ban on all menthol cigarette production in the United States, a move that both advocates and critics say targeted 85% of black smokers who prefer the mint-flavored product.
Yeah, the girlfriend pointed this out to me the other day because I too happen to be a menthol smoker. Yeah, I do like the mint. Even in the even my lovely vape here, which has almost no nicotine in it, but it does. It tastes like it
has that menthol minty taste.
It's very minty. Well, as my sister so eloquently put it, it has it gives you the feeling of deep throating Frosty.
Wow.
It really is very cold.
You like that cooling sensation then.
It does. It's like a York peppermint patty minus the chocolate. You get the sensation that you're on Swiss Alps skiing for your life. Shh.
Right. With an avalanche following right
exactly. It is every daggone time.
Right.
But yeah, no. So she pointed that out because she was like, "I guess you're gonna have to be," because I'm in the throes of trying to quit. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, and I'm cutting back and blah blah blah. But she's like, "Looks like you're gonna be quitting a lot earlier than you planned," and that's when she threw this out to me.
Yes. The Washington Post reported on Wednesday that the purported plan to ban menthol cigarettes and cigars is set to be rolled out this week and is a priority for black health advocates and anti-tobacco groups, which note that African Americans have been disproportionately harmed by the product.
How are they disproportionately harmed? Because they like it?
No, because it was pushed on them as young children back in the day.
But how is that disproportionate? The cigarettes as a whole were pushed onto people. The only reason why it's a menthol thing is because, honestly, it's the same reason why most black folks listen to rap and things like that and nothing else, whereas everybody else listens to everything. Why every other demographic smokes everything. It's because of the fact that there's some weird stereotype that they feel that they have to do because they've been told forever that this is their culture.
Right.
They haven't been given the opportunity to be, they haven't been able to exercise that white privilege of being able to be an individual and do for themselves as they like.
because they've been told continually over time and again that they have to follow suit.
They have to. That's why ultimately Newport cigarette is the one that that most black people smoke.
Right.
If
Newports
it
or,
doesn't matter, it doesn't matter to the
Marlboro menthol.
No. Newport is by far and large is the one that most black folks smoke. And then the only reason why I can say that, like, it's funny is because if it's Marlboro has that
Marlboro man.
the Marlboro man, the cowboy, the white guy has a connotation of white, cowboy.
Southern.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter if how it tastes or if it's better or if it's even cheaper in some instances. It has that notation, and therefore that doesn't fit with, being on the streets and being, in the hood.
In the black culture.
Exactly. And so they don't touch that. They don't do that.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah. Earlier this week, the ACLU and more than 24 other organizations signed a letter to the Biden administration expressing their deep concerns over the reports of a potential menthol ban, writing, "Such a ban will trigger criminal penalties, which would disproportionately impact the people of color, as well as prioritize criminalization over public health and harm reduction. A ban will also lead to the unconstitutional policing and other negative interactions with law enforcement."
This is fantastic. You realize everybody's going through the rigmarole of legalizing weed. You have to. How dare you not legalize weed?
And he wants to ban menthol cigarettes.
That's what I was going to say. There's this push because if you don't legalize weed, because weed is what is unfortunately is what's putting these black men behind bars, and they're constantly in that rotation of being in prison because they choose to do the weeds and all this other stuff. But you might consider legalizing that, but you're going to ban menthol cigarettes.
Well,
A
the Joe
flavoring
Biden would ban
on
all the things,
but it's a flavoring on tobacco.
yes.
it's a
but the Joe Bidens would ban all the things.
Yeah.
Like if he could, he'd go back straight to making alcohol illegal as well.
Yeah. Oblivion Flickering on Twitter. If menthols are outlawed, only BLM founders, quote unquote, and their dealers will have menthols.
That's right.
That's true. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I need to quit, but if they try pulling some junk like that now, I'm going to be angry.
The groups point out the case that Eric Garner, killed by police chokehold for illegally selling Lucy cigarettes, and noted that at this very moment, Congress is debating on how and when to discontinue cannabis prohibitions and sanction legally regulated adult sales in order to reverse the human catastrophe of decades of criminalization.
Funny, I just said that.
Right? And you didn't even read the article.
No, I didn't. Here's what's funny, though. Eric Garner, quote unquote, was killed by police in a chokehold for illegally selling Lucy's. It was selling cigarettes.
Yeah, singles.
Yeah. So you
illegally in New York or whatever.
Yes.
Because you can't go across the state lines, buy packs of cigarettes, and then come back and sell singles or packs.
Yeah, you can't sell them singles. That's
right.
The thing. Because you can make a profit, blah, blah. Again, just like, murder and other things like that, they already have laws on the books for this.
Yep.
There are laws that say you can, it's right there. That's why the police got him in the first place, because he was illegally selling loose individual cigarettes. Had nothing to do with the fact that they were menthol. We don't know if they were menthol or not. They might have been, they might not have been.
Right.
Because I know for a fact, at least, 5-10 years ago, there was a stretch where guys were coming down from New York and buying cigarettes down here because they were cheaper. And
by the carton.
Yes. And I'm talking by a huge carton loads.
Buying out stores.
And they would make the drive all the way back up 95, and they would go back up there and sell them there.
Yep.
Okay.
For like 3 times the price.
Probably. But still, it was selling loose cigarettes. It was illegal to sell loose cigarettes. And by making the now trying to ban a flavoring of said cigarette, oh my God, I'm trying to think of a really good analogy. That's like, you could turn around and have guns illegal, but instead of having, murder's already illegal, but now we're going to turn around and make sure that you can only have 3 bullets per gun.
Yeah.
It's something equally that stupid.
Pretty much.
It is the flavoring on a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Menthol cigarettes have nothing to do with anything other than the fact that, yes, for some weird reason, it has been set up as a stereotype for the black culture. Because, again, they've been brainwashed by the progressive left and by everybody else to try to keep them on this horrible plantation of slavery that you have to have it this way. This is what the black culture is about, is menthol Newport cigarettes. It might not be just Newports, but mostly, definitely for sure, most of them are menthol, period.
Yep.
And instead of allowing them to be individuals and find out what they want to be and who they want to be and be for themselves, no, this is what we do. This is what it's all about. This is the only real thing for us.
You have to do it this way or you don't get it at all.
Same thing applies, again, goes back to the music.
Same thing applies to alcohol.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Same
that
thing
too.
applies to food.
Yep. You'll find more people, and going back to the music thing though, you'll find, same group. You can get a group of 5 black people and ask them what the kind of music they listen to, and it's going to be rap, hip hop, and R&B. 9 times out
or gospel.
9 times out of 10, and it's all going to be black focused.
Which is fine.
You get a group of any other, put 5 white people, put 5 Mexicans, 5 Asians. You put all of these groups in these groups and ask them the same things. And you're going to, everybody outside of the black community is more open-minded, is more open. And I'm not saying it's the black community's fault. It's the way they've been ingrained to be. The government has pushed them into this spot where, this is the only way to be, and has caused them to pull in and try to tribalize themselves in a way. But it's not even the real tribe. It's a made-up tribe.
It's all based on stupidity.
Yes, and it's a made-up tribe that the government gave them.
And false notions of who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's sad to watch, man. It really is sad to watch.
Yeah. According to reports from the FDA, more than 19.5 million Americans currently smoke menthol cigarettes. The agency says that 85.5% of African American smokers smoke menthol cigarettes, while 46% of Hispanics and 39% of Asians and only 28.7% of whites.
Yep. 85%
smoke a singular brand of menthol, most likely.
Mostly, most of it is Newports, but it's definitely...
it is definitely menthol.
It's definitely menthol. Yeah, the Newport only recently started making non-menthol, actually.
Yeah. Funny thing. So our boss, we had I don't know how this conversation came up, but there was a conversation about cigarettes that came up and about how he smokes menthols, but only when he doesn't have cigars left.
Yeah, he's really weird. Yeah, because he would, if he would be out of his cigars, he would turn around and bum them off of me.
Right, and you do menthol, so
and
it's no big deal.
Yeah, and it got to a point where he didn't even ask.
He just handed out like hands.
What was that? The Pavlov's dog almost. Every time I saw him and I'd open up my pack, I just automatically hand him one. It became a habit. It was like, it's just second nature.
Like, there you go.
Yeah. It's like, so there he is. Okay. So there you go. Yay. Just one more way to reinforce the racism and stereotyping of black people and keeping them
supposedly trying to get rid of.
It's
you gotta love it, man. This is what it is.
Trying to control people to their literally down to the nth degree.
Miss Erica over on the Twitters. Hashtag Army Subs. We used to buy trunk loads of smokes in North Carolina and drive them back to Massachusetts. Made tons of cash selling them back home.
Yep. Yeah, because the price of cigarettes between here and the Northeast is by the carton is sometimes a difference of $20 or $30.
Yep.
So you can come down here and every third or fourth carton you buy. Basically, you get
free.
One for free. Yeah, exactly. So you turn around and drive them back up there. And like you said, then you sell them for their prices. Because you sell it for the same price that they sell it at the store and boom. Yeah, they were like $3 down here and almost $10 up north per pack.
Oh gosh, New York is like $14.
I know.
Supposedly.
Who you
I'm
telling?
gonna. Well, you know what? I might be on the West Coast this coming week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check a store.
Yeah, let me know.
I'll let you know because that's crazy.
It would be funny to kind of see how that works out, though. But I mean, ban a flavor because that fixes everything, right? Just ban the flavor. Stupid. What? We don't have time. You got to hold it.
No. We'll talk about it later.
All right. Oh, so the reason that we look like we're in a different place is Steven is out of town for work.
I actually am in different place.
Yeah, he's in a different place. He's in Alabama. So, and then next week he'll be in Allah. So, yep. So that's why he's in different places. He got lucky enough to be picked to go out of town for work, and I didn't. So,
is Riaz out of LA?
He was.
He should. He went back.
Yeah, he went
He's
back.
out of LA, right?
Yeah, he is. That I
I
didn't.
want to see if I could talk to him. Instead of
Should.
planning to have dinner.
You should.
I am. I would like to meet him and his husband and the kids.
And the kid, his kids are adorable.
I know.
I get it. Like I love it. I don't know why, but they're adorable. I'm jelly. If you get to meet him, I'm gonna be pissed. It's like, son of a bitch. There's one other person that you met that I didn't. Jerk. Asking for a friend, Jackal at DOA show as Stephen Airy. 28% of white people who smoke menthol cigarettes consist of women, and apparently at Dylan Lyles. Oh, that's fantastically funny.
This is Defenders Live.
I need a list. I need a list, Dylan. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I hit it from the thing and I completely forgot to. I don't know why. A list of what?
I need a list of names of people in LA
That we know?
I need to go meet. We need to come up with a list.
There's only one that I know of.
Other than the Riaz.
That's him. That's it.
What about Zoe?
Oh,
He's in LA too, right?
Alfonso Rachel. Yeah, he is. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was left coast.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's two.
There's two. There's got to be more.
I don't think we know any others.
There's got to be more. I don't have to worry about like trying to pop into
Knowles.
to the Daily Wire because they've moved. So
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else. We'll figure something out.
we got to figure something out. I've already sent Riaz a message
I'm sure you did.
just now when I thought about it.
You getting all excited already? Hey, I'm going to be in LA next week, and why don't we get some
Okay.
dinner?
All right. So I don't really want to go to LA.
A lot.
But if I go to LA, I want to go and I want to meet the people that I want to meet.
That's true.
Because when else am I going to go to LA?
That's true. I mean, like I said, I love California. It is beautiful. I love the way it is being ran, the laws, and I can't stand it. Unless work sends us there, I'm never going there.
That's exactly why I'm going. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's the only reason why you're going. Speaking of other places that you really don't want to go now because of crap.
Yeah.
Shortly after New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, a.k.a. Warren Wilhelm III, on Thursday announced that the Big Apple's economy will reopen on July 1st. Governor Andrew Cuomo, Lord Almighty, His Excellency, slayer of economies and destructor of all the people who happen to be in nursing homes. He mocked the timeline.
What?
Yep. During a press conference, Cuomo was asked about de Blasio's reopening timeline, with which the governor disagreed.
No.
Yeah, I know. Quote, I wanted to open on Monday. I want to open up New York City on Tuesday. I want to open it on Wednesday. I want to open Buffalo, or I want Buffalo opened up on Thursday.
Why wouldn't you just open up everything at once?
I think what he's trying to say is that he wants everything to
Every
be
day.
open. Like I want to do it now. I want to do it now. I want to do it now.
I want it now.
Yeah.
I want it right now.
And I want it my way. Quote, there's no person who will safely reopen faster than myself. I'm not going to predict the future, but if you said to me July 1st, I'd say I hope to get there before July 1st.
So what he's saying is, you can't pass me.
Yeah, basically, it's my dick's bigger than your dick.
You can't open up without my say-so.
I'm the governor. You're just a mayor.
Mayor.
How dare you? You control a city. I control a whole state. It's funny how he didn't care about opening anything up now, but de Blasio's like, no, we're having, for whatever reason, is having an actual rational thought and is like, yeah, we'll open up everything.
At least by July.
Cuomo's like, oh, nay, not without me saying it. I'm the greatest governor. I'm the one who has to allow it. I'm the guy.
I wrote the book on this.
I'm the guy. Literally, I wrote the fucking book. I did it. It was me. I did. I am God's chosen one.
Me.
Although Cuomo didn't give a definite reopening date for New York City, he said it would be sooner than July 1st.
No.
Is it bad that I kind of hope de Blasio comes back later and goes, well, if he wants it to be before the 1st, then I'm going to pick here. I'm going to pick like June. And then
June 30th.
Yeah, and they start negotiating down to like tomorrow.
Okay, fine. Then how about next week?
Yeah. Let's see. Although Cuomo didn't give a definite reopening date for New York City, he said it would be sooner than July 1st. Quote, I don't want to wait that long. I think we can do it before that. What's the change? You can't say it's because of the vaccine. Because not everybody in New York has got it.
Right.
So why the sudden push? When asked for a comment, de Blasio press secretary Bill Nadart.
Excuse me?
Bill Nadart
Okay.
is the press secretary for de Blasio.
Nadart.
Yeah, Nadart. He hit back saying, quote, I don't care what a serial sexual harasser and assaulter and someone who covered up the deaths of thousands of people at nursing homes has to say about anything.
Boom.
Right?
Goes the dynamite. Dang.
Mic drop.
Let it loose, man. What are you?
Screw you. De Blasio made the announcements to reopen on MSNBC earlier in the day, citing the large number of residents that have received the COVID vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, our plan is to fully reopen New York City on July 1st, the mayor explained. We're ready for stores to open and business to open, offices and theaters in full strength. What we're seeing is people have gotten vaccinated in extraordinary numbers, 6.3 million vaccinations in the New York City to date.
good stuff.
Yeah, good for them. According to the mayor, the city's focus is on getting the quote-unquote grassroots vaccinated. Part of that is through events, like the one taking place in American Museum of Natural History. New Yorkers can get their vaccine near the whale exhibit. I don't know why that's so funny. Mama, look, it's a whale.
Now
There you go.
Stick you in the arm.
And now your blood clots. Congratulations.
Yay.
In exchange, he or she will receive 4 free admissions to the museum. You're already in the museum.
It's near the museum.
No, it's in the museum.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
near the whale exhibit.
Next to the whale exhibit. You get 4 free passes. You can go again 4 times.
Yeah, like that's dumb. You're already in the museum. Like I don't know about y'all, but like if I go to a museum, I wait several years before I go back. Give it time to see if it changes
it's
anything.
really for the kids to see every now and again, you know?
Yeah, it's like
Like,
Disneyland.
I wouldn't be too upset about taking the kids once a year.
Yeah, like that's what I do for like museums and zoos and stuff. You go once a year, you know, because they change stuff. Sometimes they're working on things. They're making stuff better. They're adding stuff. They having to remove things, blah, 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 blah. That's what you do. I'm not going to go to a museum and go, holy smokes, I got 4 free passes. Hey, guys, I know we're here now, but you want to come back next week?
How about tomorrow?
Right? No, screw that. No, get the hell
Aren't
outta
you
here.
absurdly obsessed with these giant statues?
Oh, let's see. According to a handout from the mayor's office, quote, 100% reopening means fully reopening. Restaurants, bars, stores, shops, and small businesses, hair salons, barbershops, gyms, fitness classes, arenas, stadiums, theaters, halls of music, and museums.
Mm-hmm.
Governor Cuomo has repeatedly come under fire for his nursing home scandal. Early in the pandemic, under the Cuomo directive, nursing homes and long-term care facilities were forced to accept COVID-positive patients in their facilities. The policy is possibly responsible for tens of thousands of deaths. And
Allegedly.
to make matters worse, Cuomo reportedly spent months, quote unquote, trying to downplay the death toll associated with the policy. Given that Cuomo's nursing home scandal and his reported attempt to cover up what has taken place, it's hard for anyone to trust he would safely reopen the largest nation in the country.
The largest city in the nation?
Yeah, it doesn't say that. It says that he would safely reopen the largest nation in the country.
I love people making typos.
Isn't it great?
So good.
I love it.
Wow, you guys need to proofread your stuff a little bit better. Just a little, just a hair, a smidge,
Yeah.
tiny bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Going back to
Safety.
the cigarettes,
I was
real
going to
quick.
finish it real quick. Safety is a word that needs to be dropped from his vocabulary, at least when it comes to COVID. Safety's just another word for nothing left.
Nothing left to lose.
Nothing. I heard that song like 4 times a day. It irritated the snot out of me. Like, I like Janis Joplin, but holy God, pick
Right.
something else. She did there was more to her than me and Bobby McGee, okay?
Yes. Well, I mean, maybe, but not really.
No, there was. It was.
That definitely was. Cancel producer Slug over there. Cancel producer Chris, not Slug, over there on the Twitters.
Mm-hmm.
Banning menthol is racist. Most black people love Newport.
Mm-hmm. We already stated that.
Yes, but he wanted to reiterate.
Oh, good. Good. Dennis Battles over on Facebook. So how long do you think we'll be hunting zombies? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I do remember this documentary called I Am Legend.
I was thinking the exact same documentary came to my mind too, yeah.
And it definitely had the thing about the viral spreading, which turned into a virus that then they got a vaccine for, but the vaccine is what made everybody zombies. Yeah. Soon?
Yeah.
Soon.
Yep. Nights You Say Knee on Twitter. They have a Stacey Abrams exhibit at the museum. I wanna be your governor. Yeah. She's a delight.
Yeah.
Isn't
Whale,
she,
a whale of a talent right there.
That's a Oh, there's just certain people that you just kind of would wish would go away, and
Yes.
she still hasn't. Damn it.
Speaking of people who I wish went away, a person purported to represent the Antifa movement has reportedly targeted Portland, Oregon's Mayor Ted Wheeler after he issued a plea for the community to assist in unmasking rioters and members of Antifa. Just last week, Wheeler asked the public to identify any violent or destructive demonstrators as riots have continued to erupt across the city for more than a year. According to Thursday's report, a person reportedly to represent Antifa threatened Wheeler in a video that was shared Wednesday night. In the video, a masked person threatened a Democratic mayor and even goes as far as to publish Wheeler's home address. So he doxed him.
Oh,
live.
good, because there's nothing wrong with that.
He then concluded,
Ted, we were asking for time last time for that you'd resign.
Wow,
If you ignore this message outright, the destruction of your precious way of life is going to escalate. Blood is already on your hands, Ted. The next time, it may just be your own.
This message will self-destruct in 3 seconds. Cancel producer Chris over on Twitter. In the movie about the documentary I Am Legend, I think at Riverfish should play Will Smith.
very good, very good. I think it'll work out.
It could work. It could work, I think. Anyway.
On Thursday, the Oregonian reported that the police are investigating the video. Jim Medang.
I'm sorry. Try that one more time. What?
Jim Medang,
Hashtag nailed it. Hashtag like a native.
spokesman for the mayor, said that he and his office learned the video Wednesday evening. Medang.
Okay.
It's Middaughh. Medang.
Madal.
Medang.
Or watch it be like my doll.
Or Medag.
Madal.
Blah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Midal added that the city's police bureau has also notified the FBI. Quote,
Okay.
Midal said the mayor's office has seen a dramatic uptick in messages following the press conference, most of them critical of Wheeler and the remarks he made. Some claimed that the mayor's comments would encourage right-wing vigilantism.
Ooh,
While
you almost
others
said something
said-
bad.
Yeah, I know, right? Ooh, so bad. While others said hardline approach was too little, too late.
Oh, I wish you had. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wish you had gone ahead and said it.
What's that?
You almost said right-wing vaginism.
I said vigilantism.
Yeah, but you almost didn't.
No, you did just now.
Yeah, I know what I said. You started to say it and you corrected yourself. It's now officially recorded. The masses have heard it. You almost said
it.
vaginaism.
You said it.
Yeah, I did. I'm not afraid. You're like, I can't say that. That sounds weird.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Check the tapes.
Yeah. check the
Anyway,
tapes.
so they're trying to kill Ted Wheeler.
Yeah, Ted Wheeler.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
It's not how you handle it, people. Just so we're clear, that's not the proper way to handle a politician or elected official that you don't like.
Yeah, you don't just go out and publicly claim that you're going to kill him and then dox him and all the rest of it, you know?
No. You end up removing said person from office.
Yeah, that's normally how it works here. You just get them out of office.
And if they go on for bad enough, I'm sure there's bylaws and things in the constitution of said state or even of the town and charter that will allow you to be able to remove them before an actual election time if they do things bad enough. All you have to do is a little bit of homework. It's weird.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's not right. Nice to say knee over on Twitter, referring to the when producer Chris was mentioning about how Riverfish needs to, how the fish needs to be the I Am Legend character. Nice you say, Nee, over on Twitter. They'd have to change the rating of the movie with the inevitable amount of nudity the actor would demand. He does not like to wear clothes.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is just if you happen to catch him on any video on the social medias,
No.
be cautious. That's all I'm going to say.
Nope. Just not gonna look
It's
at it.
like-
Nope. Not gonna that.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Let me prudent. It's like making sure that I don't look at Izzo stuff.
Yeah, I know. Anything
Nope.
anything in him pop up, you're like, oh, nope.
Nope.
I don't need
Is
to
it just words?
I don't need to see the moon this early.
Is it just words? Okay, we're good. Like if I start to see an image, I'm like, nope. Not gonna that.
Now they're arguing over bacon. It's bacon, guys. Calm down.
Bacon is bacon, guys. Just let it be.
Except for that Canadian crap. Canadian bacon is not bacon. That's ham.
That's ham. That's just crappy ham.
It's not even good ham.
It's really crappy ham.
God.
Why do you put it on? Why in America do we have Canadian bacon?
I don't know.
Why can you not just call it ham?
Because we already have ham.
Then get rid of the Canadian bacon. It's useless.
I agree. And it tastes like crap.
It does. And it's rough. It's like rubber.
I want to get rid of Canadian bacon about as bad as I want to get rid of the Canadian gooses.
Canadian geeses?
Yeah, the gooses around here. Like when they come down here, no, you can't do it. You started an international incident. So I don't care.
If you don't stand for Canadian geeses, then you don't stand for me.
Well, then I guess I don't stand for you because
Uh,
I've gone. There was one of the jobs I used to have. I used to deliver tires around locally and stuff like that. And where the warehouse was, there was a kind of a park, not 1,000 yards or something, and over the hill. And Canadian gooses loved that area. There was like a pond a little bit hidden in the woods and junk that nobody went to and blah blah. And so they loved that area. And they would love to like walk in the middle of the road, 7:30 in the morning. You got a long route to go do. You're trying to get started. Damn Canadian gooses are just taking their time, just hobbling across the street. You're not supposed to hit them. I've been told. I haven't looked it up myself. I've been told that it is actually a crime to intentionally hit a Canadian goose. They're protected.
you should.
I don't. I got tired one day and I gassed it.
So
They moved. Actually, I was absolutely upset. I chased it into the dirt or into the yard. I still missed it. I was upset.
no, that I would be upset too. My wife has a tendency to try and catch them.
Why?
I don't know. She has this weird obsession with trying to catch geese. Like it started a long time ago. Like, okay, all the lakes around Raleigh and stuff like that, little lakes and the walking trails and stuff. And most of them have apartment complexes. Well, we lived in an apartment complex that was around a little lake, and there was a walking path that was like a 1.5 mile walking path around the lake. And so we used to walk it all the time, and hang out in that area, and she would distract and then stalk and capture geese. And then hold them and be like, oh, it's such a good.
It's like, no, don't. Just buy the woman a duck and be done with it.
No. And then I tell her, be like, put it down. It's going to hurt you. It's going to get you. Stop it. She just didn't. She just kept doing it.
And it got her.
No, actually.
Oh,
She's been really lucky. Like,
I was gonna say she's never had to learn.
nope, never at all. Sometimes they fly away a little. They fly away too fast, or they like shake her off.
Yeah,
But she's never had a situation to where it's like actually hurt her.
they're annoying. I really hate them, and they're mean too. They're mean. Like they would try to chase you down. Like when I was working at this place, they would try to like bow up at me in a parking lot. Like
and chase you down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be like, you ignoring me? Huh?
Yeah, they bow up. I've kicked them before. They come at me, come running. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, kick. They didn't learn, though. Dumbass. Dumbasses. Oh, let's see. Finally tonight, the Ninth Circuit panel on Tuesday lifted restrictions on exporting blueprints for 3D printed guns. The ruling comes as the Biden administration has promised to crack down on so-called quote-unquote ghost guns or any homemade firearm without a serial number. The divided Ninth Circuit panel lifted a court order against the two Trump-era rules that make it easier to share blueprints of 3D printed guns, the Courthouse News Service reported on Tuesday.
Huh.
Yep. In July 2018, the Trump administration settled a lawsuit with Defense Distributed, agreeing to remove 3D printed gun blueprints from the State Department's list of regulated munitions. Defense Distributed released the specs online the following month, notably making any effort to block the dissemination of the files futile, and therefore making Tuesday's ruling effectively redundant.
Duh.
So they're like, you can't do anything anyway, so you can block it all you want to, but we have got codes. The decision overturned an injunction issued to U.S. District Judge Robert Lasnik, I guess is the proper way of saying it. According to the Courthouse News Service, Lasnik, quote, had blocked two rules that transferred regulatory control of 3D printed gun files from the State Department of Commerce Department, or to the Commerce Department.
Yes.
The rules also remove ghost gun blueprints from the State Department list of munitions that require a license to export. 22 states, led by Washington State, sued to prevent the rule changes from taking effect, end quote. U.S. Circuit Judges Jay Bybee, a George W. Bush appointee, and Ryan Nelson, a Donald Trump appointee, found that the courts lack authority to review the challenge rules changes. The report said, quote, they found a 1976 law, the International Security Assistance and Arms Export Control Act, and its subsequent amendments forbid judicial review of the State Department decisions on what is considered a quote-unquote defense article subject to regulation. And yeah. U.S. Department of State, the DOS, and Department of Commerce appealed the district court's order granting the motion of 22 states and the District of Columbia to enjoin the DOS's final rule, removing 3D printed guns and their associated files from the U.S. munitions list, end quote. That was George Nelson.
Nice.
Judge Nelson, not George Nelson.
Judge
Judy Nelson. George Nelson.
Judge.
Quote, because Congress expressly precludes the review of the relevant agency actions here, we vacate the injunction and remand the instructions to dismiss, end quote. Huzzah!
So there you go.
You could now go buy a 3D printing gun again. Not that it mattered because you could.
Well, you can go and
you could be doing it
download.
anyway. Yeah, you could.
You can easily go and download the specs for it, and you could have been doing that for a while now.
Yep.
But now nobody can stop you.
Yay! It makes me now want to get a 3D printer.
Kinda.
I kind of do. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, actually, I do want one, and I've wanted one for a long time, but I want one of the bigger ones.
Yeah. Oh, I want. You know what I really want is a Glowforge. You know what those
What do you
are?
mean?
Those are the
No.
those are the laser etchers.
Oh.
It like does laser engraving. I want one. The girlfriend wants one too. I just don't have like the $6,000 laying around to buy one.
Right. It's a bit much.
Just a tad. A tad.
Tad bit. Tad bit. Mm-hmm. So that's good because support for gun control has dropped.
Yeah, it's
lot.
It's really weird how that is. Steve over on the D Lives just downloaded 15 different specs for an AR-15. Hell yeah, dude! Like
you, man. That's awesome.
That's what I want to do. Like I that's one of the reasons why.
Can you send us the link?
Yeah, right. I want to be able to. I want an AR so badly, but those things are so daggone expensive. And if I could get one 3D printed up, bruh,
You can get everything done for it, and then just
Bruh.
buy the barrel.
Who you telling?
Who you talking to?
Like, and that, all you need is the barrel and the specs, or in the ammunition. That's it.
The barrel, the ammo. Oh, well, you might need like the trigger.
Tomato.
Whatever. Basically, there are so many things that you can 3D print and then just install the rest.
I know, and I want to do it so badly, but right now I don't have anything. So,
Yep.
but I do have a little bit left of American Pride Roasters coffee in this cup.
Isn't that a good cup?
It is.
It's a really good cup, man. I mean, it works really well with what we do.
And now I have no more.
That's right. That's because American Pride Roasters is America's historically great coffee.
Guaranteed to make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth. Go over to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. You go to Mojo50.com. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Libertarian talk radio, unlike anything you will find on planet Earth. Go to Mojo50.com. Go to our website, DOAEshow.com. All kinds of stuff over there. Shop, archives, become a defender with us. Great stuff. DOAEshow.com. Follow us on all social medias at DOA Show. Use the hashtag ArmYourselves. Actually, we still have our push goal going right now. Trying to get 1,000 followers on YouTube. You don't even have to watch us on YouTube. Just go over there if you're on YouTube at all. So hit the subscribe button. Help us get to 1,000 in our push goal, and we will turn around and cut a 5-track album of us singing in goofy tones and ways. Help us get there, you guys. And tomorrow's Friday. We'll be back then tomorrow. See ya.